And welcome everyone to the Man Cave. My name is Paul Knapp, and I will be your host for tonight's show. This is season number 3, episode number 10 for the year, if you can believe that already. And waiting in the green room is my friend, fellow collector, Dan DiBiase. Dan, we've been trying to get you on for the last year or so. We finally nailed him down to a time, so we got him on the show tonight. But before we bring Dan in, let me introduce my panel of awesome gentlemen for tonight. I was trying to think of something good to say for you, buddy, but I couldn't come up with something good.
You totally blew that one all the way.
Awesome gentlemen for tonight.
Yeah, awesome.
Mr. Sig 20 himself, Stacy Armstrong. How you doing
How
tonight?
you doing, everyone? Glad to see everybody here.
And of course, we got Big Sexy with us again, Mr. Rick Bradshaw.
Heidi ho, everybody.
And from the great northern region, can you believe it or not, we got a Canadian with us tonight, folks. Mr. Murray Corrigan is in the house.
He's not really from Canada.
He's not really from Canada. It's just those flags in the background, kind of.
He pretends.
That's a fake.
He's from
So
one
wait,
of the Dakotas.
Is it another holiday in Canada? Is that why you finally got off on a Monday night, or what?
It's March break, and I asked my boss if I could work days today.
Oh, well, isn't that nice?
Yeah, I had a big project to do at work, so I was able to do it on days.
Very nice.
Good.
Yeah, it worked out well. And this way I get to be here with our special guest, a friend I've known forever and really never had a chance to meet him face to face or converse with him live. So,
Well, he must be talking about this guy. You, Ernie, right?
hey, Ernie! Hey,
Welcome, Ernie.
Hey everybody, how you guys
Ernie
all
with us
doing?
tonight, from Ernie's
Hey, bud.
Attic, if you guys follow his
Boondoggy.
channel. And he is fresh back from what
I was at the West Coast Toy Soldier Show in Buena Park, California. It was a good show, and I released a video on it. If you guys want to go to Ernie's Attic and check it out. So yeah, it was a pretty good show. Liked it.
Very cool.
Cool.
I'm glad you could join us tonight, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who wants to go first for what's new in your zoo?
Ernie does.
Ernie?
Ernie.
Want to start it off? Sure, why not, Ernie? We got
Okay.
Moondoggy here. By the way, Moondoggy, we locked him down in 2 weeks. He's going to be our special guest. So,
Oh, wait.
Ah, nice.
Kevin DeJesus
Cool.
is going to be here in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Say, give me 2 weeks and I'll be ready. So,
All right.
but Ernie, let's start off with you tonight. What's new in your zoo, brother?
Okay, so I had a couple things come in. I bought this knockoff, and I put the overalls on him, the jumpsuit.
That's Amigo.
So
I was
so
gonna
I
say,
picked
that
him up
face
on
looks like-
eBay.
Yeah.
He's 1/6 scale, and I picked him up for $10 with shipping. So I thought he'd be pretty cool to have. Kind of nostalgic of the knockoffs and stuff. I'm trying to pick up some knockoffs here and there, just because it's kind of funny. And then I came across this guy right here.
Oh,
Is that does that have wheels?
Oh,
Yeah, he makes sounds.
Does that have wheels on the bottom?
no.
Yeah, so he's got articulation. He's got sound, batteries. He was really cool. So I threw out an offer to the guy. He took it for $15 with shipping,
Good.
which was
That's
pretty good.
that's Jumanji.
Yes, yeah, from Jumanji.
I got one of those.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think I've seen you have it. And then
Rick got everything.
and then normally I don't pick up the timeless collection, but this blonde was on eBay. And the only reason that I really picked him up is because I don't think the seller knew, because he called this a knockoff. But if I'm not mistaken, those are authentic G.I. Joe boots.
Yeah, they didn't make those in reissue.
Right.
Yeah,
And
yeah, they
then-
did.
Not
Yeah, they
short
did.
brown. Not short brown.
Yes, they did.
With what? Which was them?
Yeah. I have.
Then
I have.
I got the
I'll
fight
show it to you later. I can't remember.
Then I got the Fight for Survival.
Nice.
So I got the authentic Fight for Survival.
Yep.
And it also included this. Not
Flamethrower.
part of the set, but I mean that's what
Yeah,
it came
right.
with. $20 shipped.
Oh,
Nice.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yep,
the only
very good.
the suit alone with the boots is worth that, I think. So I got that. And then so I've had this figure. It's the bomb disposal. figure. So I've been wanting him to have his dog. So I came across this guy right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. You got this.
Nice.
The add-on set.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So it's gonna go really good with him.
No kidding.
Yeah. So I got him. I did get my calendar from Angelo.
Yeah.
All right.
So I just want to plug to all you guys that are watching the podcast right now. Angelo's got 2 more from what I understand. This is a great calendar, and it means something because it's in memory of Terry Stair from My Toy Life. He had a great YouTube channel. So if you can, reach out either to Paul or Angelo and pick one up. Help them out. Don't let them get stuck with 2 calendars. And then for the show that I was just at, here's the tank that I picked up. And I picked them up for $10, and it is motorized. The turret turns. He goes forward and back. So
Cool.
I said for $10, I mean I can't beat that. That's a fun little toy.
Yeah. Right.
And then I've been wanting this guy for a long time. So the guy was with his daughter, and he had some G.I. Joes and Action Man. And then I picked up this guy.
All right. Yeah, I saw you got that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So I
That's
picked
a hard
him up.
one to get.
Really good deal. And it's an Eagle Eye SAS. So I'm really happy I got this guy.
No kidding.
So yeah. So the guy gave me a really good deal. So
Good stuff.
sorry if I took too much time, but that's all that I got for you guys.
That's
Ernie,
it.
was there much 1/6 scale stuff at the toy show?
Not that much. Yeah, not that much. And the stuff that was there was super expensive.
Yeah.
There was a good deal on a Kettengrad from 21st Century, but I've already got 2. I already got the green one and the desert one, and those things are so big. I passed on it. But other than that, yeah, there wasn't that much. But the 132 scale, my word, I mean that's what you would want to go there for. I was really amazed at the quality of some of the 132 scale, especially the metal ones that have a lot of paint apps and details. I mean, right down to the eyes, and it was really cool. I mean, I really enjoyed the show. I mean, obviously, I don't want to get into the 132 scale as it is. I already do, 3 3/4 Star Wars, 112 GI Joes, and 1/6 figures. So and the Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. Don't forget that.
So it's like I can't do another one.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
don't go down that rabbit hole,
that's
man.
it.
Hey, but
Yeah.
then you could join. Then you could be my other sidekick on Tuesday nights for toy.
Yeah, then you can do Tuesday nights with them every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just be filming from the gutter outside because I'll be poor.
Okay.
All right, brother. Mr. Murray, you're up. How's Canada these days?
It's fine. It's melting. It's that time of year. It melts. It snows. It melts. We were talking, or you guys were talking last week about who was it that had the Action Man astronaut and the rover? And I mentioned to Stacy, I said, "Yeah, I've got one of those somewhere. I found it. It's all the part ready for paint."
Oh.
And that's on the project.
Is that a lunar rover?
Yep.
In green?
Yep.
In green?
Yeah, only that's
Green?
the one
How'd
that
you get it in
came
green?
with what was it? Toy Soldiers, the one with Chip Hazard and anyway, it was Hasbro threw it in with them in green and red, which is kind of
I
a
see.
shame. But that's why it needs a repaint.
Happy
Hey, happy
birthday,
birthday, Ronald.
Ronald, happy birthday.
And
Happy
you know,
birthday.
I'm not really big on World War II at all.
Swim wagon.
Yeah.
But a friend of mine gave this to me. He picked it up at Value Village or Salvation Army thrift store, and so this is on the list for a paint job as well.
Yeah, break out the yellow paint.
Yep. Can't wait. Should be fun.
Awesome.
I love that. I gotta love painting it, and it floats. So
Yeah.
should be fun. Anyway, but that aside from that, and in tribute to our special guest this evening, I've got a couple of figures from days gone by. Carl Butcher, which was a photo story that our special guest Dan did back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And it was like top notch. It was absolutely amazing. And back in the day. And so, yeah, that's it for me. And it's really nice to be on and get to converse with Ernie and Dan as well.
Yeah, good seeing you, Murray.
And you also, sir.
Thank you.
All right, Rick, your turn.
My turn.
I guess Murray doesn't want to converse with us. He just wanted to converse
Yo.
Oh, wow.
1/6 scale.
John
John
Carter.
Carter.
John
That's
Carter.
a 12-inch figure.
Where do
Yeah.
you find this shit, man?
I bought this years ago.
Oh,
that's one
Triad
hit?
Toys.
Oh,
That's
Triad.
1/6?
Yeah, it would be. I remember them.
Yeah, I forget. I do not. There's no date on the box, so I don't know date.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
about the same
Carter.
time as the movie came out.
Okay.
I'll get you a date. Give me a moment.
Gives you his story. I'll open them up.
Who's he made by, Rick?
Triad Toys.
Oh, we got a box opening.
Triad Toys. Okay. Oh, wow.
Let's see if I can get that glare out of
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Cool,
that's neat. They did that with the movie coming out, and that
Okay.
Triad was really big with female figures in the late 90s to
Yeah.
begin with, and then they moved to other things and properties as well.
That looks
Inside
great.
the package there, he's got a plastic bag over his head, so you can't really make him out too well. Now,
Well,
the
the Blu-ray came out in 2012.
big problem with these figures, with Triad and caustic plastic, I think.
Yeah,
See all that
The
leather
joints?
work?
yeah,
Yeah.
deteriorate.
Chances are you take him out of this box and that stuff's going to just fall apart,
Yeah,
which
Just
is-
like the classic G.I. Joes, yeah.
which is really sad because it's a great piece. You know, it really needs to
It
be
is.
broken out, but I don't dare do it, you know. But he's a good one. I have the Zorro one too. Next week I'll show him.
all right.
So I have I'll show you two more figures. So this is an old Mythic Legions, an older one that came out a while back, a Cyclops.
Cool.
Nice.
Comes with soft good. Very
Those are 7
clunky.
inches, right?
This guy's about 8. Here he is next to a 6-inch figure.
Oh, wow.
So he's quite big.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh my.
And
probably 9 inches. Yeah.
You'll work
Yeah,
really good
could
with
be.
those 6-inch figures.
yeah,
pictures.
they go well. They're made for the Mythic Legions, but they go great with
Okay.
1/18 scale too.
Oh wow, yeah.
He's big and clunky. His articulation is limited, but look at this sculpt on this guy.
Yeah.
You know, look at that. He's beautiful. And last week I showed the Templar Knight by Mythic Legions, and I talked about Sir Gideon, who was a very ornate figure. Here is Sir Gideon.
Yes, I saw the picture of him you posted on Facebook today.
Yeah,
Was that
and I
today
didn't
you
have
posted it?
I didn't have his wings on or his eagle.
No. That's
Wow.
cool.
A lot
What
of detail.
size is that?
This is 112. Here he is next. I'll show the 12-inch.
Oh,
guy.
that's
6-inch.
112? Oh, wow.
Oh
But
my.
the Mythic Legions are on the bigger side. They're a
Right.
little heavier. And of course, he comes with this ridiculous, I'll see if I can get it on him, this ridiculous
Shield.
shield. I mean, honestly, he's too pretty to go into battle.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Did he come with a horse or no? Not that one.
This is the figure that fits Bishop, the horse that I
Oh,
got,
okay.
that I
Yeah.
showed last week. This
Oh,
is,
okay.
So if you look at the gold and the eagle on his chest, it matches the drapings on the horse. You know.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's fun. You know.
No kidding.
And it comes with I'll show you real quick. Comes with the alternate head. Sir
Oh,
Gideon.
underneath.
So without a helmet, which is nice.
Yeah.
So I got other stuff, but that's all I'll show tonight.
Holy smokes, keeping it to a minimum tonight.
Yeah.
Only
But-
eight items.
Well, Murray, you took up too much
what?
time. So
I just got a
Sorry,
text from
Ray.
Dan DiBiase. He said, "Hurry the fuck up. He's got a lot to
Yo,
talk
yo,
about."
yo.
All right. So
Hey,
here's
Rick,
that
just
brown
get
boot,
Gideon.
a reproduction brown boot right here.
Yeah, but is that from Cotswold, or did it actually come
No,
with the 40th anniversary?
It's GI Joe. See the
Yeah.
bottom? See, it doesn't have
Yeah.
the. But I can't remember what set it came in. They came in a couple sets. They redid. Here, I'll show you the front of it. See it?
I
Yeah.
see it, but I don't believe you.
Was it
Well, here's what it looks like.
was it
I
the guy
put
with the
it on
mask and the
my.
brown trench
I put
coat?
it on my Magnum Power. So
Yeah.
that's why. So
Was it the trench coat and the spy?
I can't remember which one it was. I've seen so many sets, and I'm losing
I
my
hear
mind.
ya.
I lost my
No,
shit.
they were black on that one.
Okay.
Paul, I'm not sure what he's asking about.
So
How much does it cost to create that?
what?
I think he was talking about that last figure that Rick had up.
how much does it cost to buy?
to
What,
create
John
that.
Carter? Oh, nice.
This is
Is that from Japan?
40th.
Go ahead, Stacy.
What was Stacy? What
Yeah.
was that? Is
This
that
is
a
a
puzzle?
Japan?
This is the 40th Takara GI Joe.
Japan.
Oh,
That's some of the Japan
So
stuff.
that's what you would have got.
Okay,
And here's what
okay.
they look like.
Hey, big boss.
There's out of the box.
Oh, you got
oh,
it
the
all.
little guys. Okay.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
So they
yeah.
come with a manual, basic all the stuff like your first guy would have came with, and then
Right.
the second version.
The basic
Now I don't.
four.
I'm missing one because they screwed up. They sent me 2 of 1
Aw.
instead of all 4 like I should have. So
Aw.
here's the other.
So which
there
one
you
did
go.
you get two
So
of?
I'm missing the battle version of the Action Soldier.
So
Nice.
which one did you get two of?
They sent me 2 Marines.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I know.
You can send one to me, Stace.
Yeah, Rick
can?
doesn't have
Okay.
one yet.
Yeah,
Now
shipping
they
is
don't
cheap
bend.
in the
They
U.S.
don't move. They just they're
Yeah,
static.
but the question is, Stacy, is he flocked?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not
These
yet.
are
You
soldiers.
will be by
They
the
don't
time
get
you
flopped.
them.
Oh,
Okay.
You
And
look
then,
like Sasquatch.
high and
last thing,
tight for him.
I was working today, so I did a bunch of chroming. This is
Oh,
a
nice.
this is a Falcon.
Mhm.
So you-
Nah,
Very
good.
nice.
But so I did the chroming on that, and then we made a. I got a bunch of these to do. So here's a black
Cool.
Boatman. Oh, you see, the chrome came out really nice, and I just did this like a couple hours ago. Let's see,
Yeah.
you can even touch them now.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Is that the markers?
No, this is different. This is not that.
Not the chrome markers.
It's not the chrome. It's not the chrome paint. That's not that chrome paint that you can buy too. This is different. This is I just found this. So it's
Is
Is
easy
it,
to
air,
work a
is
little
it
bit.
airbrushed?
No, this is actually out of an aerosol can.
Oh,
Wow.
is it?
Oh,
is
wow.
it by Alsa?
No, that's
No?
no good.
Okay.
Don't buy it. I've already bought it.
Okay. Oh, you bought
He's
Alsa
tried
the. They call it
If you want
killer
to talk
chrome.
about that, I can tell you I've spent a lot of money on trying to do chroming stuff.
Yeah.
So I have bought just about everything out there. and
Yeah.
I stumbled across this. That's how I found it. And
Okay.
when you spray that other stuff, it comes out looking silver, not chrome. As you can see, this looks like chrome. See it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can see it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that other stuff is just garbage. And if it comes out chrome looking, if you touch it, then it gets dull. This is not doing it. Now, this is paint, so eventually it will rub off if you
Mhm.
have friction.
Right.
Paul.
Did you spray like any flat or any matte clear on it?
No, but you can with this.
Yeah.
I can
Are you gonna
spray
flock it, Stacy?
Yes, I'm going to.
Hey,
Little
Stacy.
patch
Do
on
you have
the
silver flock?
Oh my God. Hey,
I-
Stacy,
I-
these guys are gonna drive you flocking crazy.
back.
They already
It's all
have.
his fault.
I'm
They already
sorry.
have. I see. I've already lost my mind, so there's nowhere for me to go.
Can I answer Paul's question?
Yeah. I was going to ask you to do
The
that.
Sir Gideon, I'm guessing he's talking
Yeah,
about this.
yeah.
You can find him on eBay shipped for about 50 to 55 bucks because he's still fairly new. I wouldn't pay any
Wow.
more than 50 or 55. And that's good for what you get. So, and we have a new person in the chat. Michelle D is in here
I know.
tonight.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hello, Michelle.
I see Jim's in the
welcome.
room and Moondog.
Moondog, Paul's here.
Jack got
Making-
here. Tim
making funny
Cope is
jokes.
here.
Hey, normally I don't say anything that's new in my zoo, and I'm going to keep it that way. This is actually sent to me from Mr. Jeremy Milford Sr.,
Oh.
Pawtucket Platoons. He sent me a few new figures that he's doing. And Murray, I'm doing this one for you because I know one of the last two figures that he showed me, you're going to want these, okay? So let me just pop this up here real quick. And there's Mr. Milford himself.
Yeah.
And this is a...
That's a Civil War, yeah.
Yeah, well, no, it's
Nice.
it's a ghost tank that he did.
Yeah.
From the Civil War.
I remember
That's
those
very
pictures.
cool.
Yeah. Now we got MASH,
Hey, Hawkeye.
FCI companies. But there, that was the one right there. I thought you probably wanted one of those or one of the Doge
This
agents.
is nice, eh?
The
Yeah,
Doge
Doge.
agents,
Yeah, agents of Doge.
or
He looks a
probably
little old
probably
for
this
the
one.
agents of Doge.
Murray, probably this one, right? Is this?
Yeah, agents of Doge would be just perfect. But he
Oh, you
looks
don't see.
too old.
What are you seeing on your screen right now?
Agents of Doge.
Oh, hang on. Let me.
No.
And all those Doge guys are way younger than this guy.
He should be seeing Trump. I see Trump.
You don't see Trump?
Oh.
You don't see Trump there? No.
Yeah, now I do. No, thanks. I don't think they'll let him into Canada with his felony records.
So I thought I'd just bring that up and. No.
Ouch.
But he said he sold 2 agents of Doge, and he's got 2 left. If anybody's interested, he said. So I
Look
like
at all
the
the money they found.
I like the big pile of money. Yeah, at the bottom. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That is very cool.
With the handcuffs.
Yeah.
So get in touch with Mr. Pawtucket Platoons. That is Jeremy Milford Sr. But he is not our special guest tonight. We have Dan DiBiase in the house.
Welcome, Dan.
Hello.
Do you know how hard it is to sit there and watch what you guys are showing and I can't say a dang thing about it? Come on.
You could have. Nobody
That's like
would have
the toughest 10 minutes I've ever had to sit in my life.
And that was
glad we
just
finally
Ernie,
got to
right?
track down and on the show, Dan. Before we move to your specialty, the thing that you've been working on for the past 5 or 6 years, why don't you give everybody just a little background on yourself? Maybe somebody in the chat room may not know who you are or where you're from.
Well, before we get into that, Ernie, I believe that figure that you said the knockoff is a Fighting Yank figure.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I'm almost positive there's a Fighting Yanks. They cheap figures, but the outfits were good. A lot of people, you get those mixed up in GI Joe stuff all the time.
Yeah. No, thank you for that. Thanks.
All right, my name is Dan DiBiase. I don't know how many people actually know me. I'm an antique in the GI Joe world as far as photography of shooting pictures. A lot of people know me from a lot of work I did back with Adventure Gear.
Yes.
F in the chat if you all know who Adventure Gear is. They were a great company.
Tom Calhoun and Robin and Skip are.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yep. It was an awesome time. I was collecting back in the 90s, and I came across Tom. We were both living in the Carolinas at the time, and so that's kind of how we struck up a friendship. And I started back in those days. A lot of people, it's not like people weren't shooting photographs of GI Joes, but a lot of them were people taking their Joes and putting them in their backyard, shooting pictures or doing stories, or there's some great classic videos of people doing stop motion in their bedrooms or whatever. I had a lot of time doing like model railroading and building models and dioramas and stuff like that. And when Tom sent me some stuff, I decided to let me build a diorama set. I call them sets, not really dioramas because you can take them down. And I started shooting pictures of figures in that situation. And that actually started me off doing that. That's really what everybody kind of knows me from. Of course, we went into doing photo stories after that. Obviously like Murray showed Carl Butcher, which a lot of people I think know that. I know my website's not up right now, and it has a lot to do with the big project I'm working on right now. We did a lot of photo stories of comics. Same thing with the guys who did Aesop, and I made props for them too, and we all worked together back in the day.
Yeah.
So if you had
Small Blue Planet.
Yeah. So a lot of you guys, I know everybody here, going through and we talk about Murray. I got to give props to Murray. Murray made a lot of, holsters for me. Back in the day, like I said, it's great that I have Murray on here now because I've known Murray at this point for 25 years. I've never talked to him. I've never seen him face to face, and this is awesome to see him there. So it's so cool, and I'm glad he still has some Carl figures here. And while we were in the back room, I dug out.
All right, the box.
Here he is, folks. This is
who was making those, Dan?
The box.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. It came from a.
It was one of the guys that we were associated.
Yeah, it's the Jersey. It was part of the Jersey G.I. Joe Club, and I feel terrible that I don't remember his name right now. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm the same. I'm no better.
I hate to say it. I don't.
Age is like that.
He didn't put his name on there. That's the thing about it.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he did. He did. I'm sorry. Scott Murray.
That's who it was. Okay.
Scott Murray made the box for me. Yeah, that was great.
I believe he made a box for my son, Cobra Commander box as well.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It was a great time. All these things, and like I said, here he is. That is the original Carl Butcher.
Oh, you gotta love him.
There's the original Carl, and he was only actually in one episode, believe it or not. There were a bunch of Carls because one of the things I did when I shot all this stuff was I wouldn't change the uniforms on the figure. I just had multiple figures and I had the clothing on them because when you change the clothing on these guys, the clothing after a while starts to stretch, doesn't fit as well. So you got to have different guys in different positions, And then this is the one. This is actually Carl number 2, and this is the one that you saw most of the time. I don't know if you can see him or not. Get in there. Woo!
Yeah.
So a lot of people who want to make him always ask me which Action Man head it was. It is the Bow Hunter. It's actually different than all the other Action Man heads. The other ones are actually a little bit bigger, but I don't know if you know what it. He's got a bow trapper outfit or whatever. It's a different head.
Yeah.
So, and then of course we got the modern Carl.
Yes, with the sculpted head.
Yes, that's sculpted, painted by me. He's got multiple heads. He's on a true type body. I could pop the head off. His eyes are in different locations, and he's considerably taller.
Yes,
than the original.
Well, the true type figures are a little bit taller, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, the original Carl's on a super articulated body, and those are only like 11 inches tall. They're tiny.
Yeah,
11 and a half.
Yeah, this one here, he hasn't fallen apart yet. Most of those super articulated guys, they pop apart in the waist all the time. So,
oh wow, I haven't had that problem, and I
haven't had that problem. The knees and the elbows are tough.
Yeah, I have. Like, they pop apart at the waist. I don't know why.
Oh God.
Maybe I'm abusive. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to put one of those guys together, a Carl Butcher.
Yeah.
I might have some extra heads here. Like I said, I can.
I've got some.
Do you? Okay.
I'm sure he does.
I got a few of them. I got some of these resin heads. That's actually a recast of one of these heads, and I modified it so he'd be the own thing. I didn't want it to completely get off the Carl, so
a little more modern hairdo. Yeah. You need to send it to Stacy for flocking.
Well, I was pointing that because you were talking about the silver flocking. I'm going like, I was pointing in the back room, going, look at this.
Exactly.
See, listen, you get to know Stacy, and this is what happens to your face,
That's right.
Pretty much everybody. Look at the panel. Okay.
Yeah, look at the panel.
right.
We're all gray.
Everyone but Paul. Well, at least Paul.
I got no hair.
Yeah.
Thank God, I still have mine. I still got mine.
You got more hair than me, Paul.
But it's great to be on. I mean, listen, I know all you guys. You guys have been, we've been talking to each other for, forever in the background, and I'm so excited to be on here, tonight. And and it's I know Paul has been on me to get me on, but I've been like working on this secret project that we'll talk about a little bit later. But so I've kind of held myself in the background, because I'm like, I'm not ready to go on there. I want to show you what I got done because I'm really excited about what I'm working on, and it's something that I think it's going to be something completely different that nobody's ever seen in the action figure community, and it's a lot of other communities have their thing, and I think this will be our thing that we can have, and hopefully it'll expand beyond that.
You couldn't get it to Atlanta for the big show up down
I know,
there.
that'd be kinda cool.
Really cool.
It'd be huge.
Yeah, it would. You need a big trailer. I hear Paul's got one.
Yeah.
So, but and a little bit of a cheat thing. You can kind of see some of it over here.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll get into that in a bit. But I know that Paul wanted to show some pictures. I can maybe
I was
talk
gonna
about
run your video. It's about a minute or so. If you want to talk us through some of your pictures, some of your photos and stuff.
Oh, sure. If you want to run them, we can talk about what we did here. I mean, there's some old and some new.
Yeah,
I can pause it at any time here. So
You can pause that one there. That is obviously going back to when George Bush was president, because I see his picture up there. But this is the Adventure Team Commander. He's been promoted to basically the head of whatever. That. So he's got the graying hair now, and I threw a little props in there, throwing back to his days of adventure. And I got him kind of just sitting there, wondering why he's doing paperwork and he's not back in the field.
Perfect posing on that picture.
Yeah, right.
It looks good.
I like the lighting.
This is actually a very popular picture.
Yeah.
What certifications does he have back there on the wall, man? Are they?
You name it.
They real?
There's a website called Print Mini, and you can print a lot of documents off, and it's off there, and a lot of them are very generic stuff. I went in there with some Photoshop and put some Adventure Team logos and stuff in there. It's like that.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
there's a club figure.
This is a club figure, the Man of Mysteries.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's too bad we can't pull this one up. That's an actual bookcase that I built.
I can go there.
There's like 400 books I made in that thing. Those are all like individual books. You
Wow,
knock them over.
That looks great, Dan. That looks
That's
great.
amazing.
Yeah, so I got them on there. If you look in the bottom right-hand corner behind the chair, you can see a little bit of a Bigfoot poking out behind there. Little miniatures like that. There was a ton of stuff in this. I really wanted the figure came out. I really wanted to promote it. I shot it for a Halloween, basically, but it's a really, glow in dark. It's a really cool picture. I mean, I'm sorry, and I know I shot it. I shouldn't be still promoting that stuff, but
Oh man,
it's got a lot of stuff
great.
in it. There's so much in there. My philosophy on when I shoot pictures is I focus really. I don't build a set and like here. I'm going to shoot the whole thing. Behind me, you can see me in the corner here. That's what I shoot on. Okay,
Hang on.
So the light.
Hold on, Paul's still getting it up.
Yeah.
Don't say that very loudly.
Yeah, I know.
He's some head.
You want your video? You want your video up? I can't do both.
I
Go
gotta show
ahead.
people real quick. This is the setup, because a lot of people ask me what my setups are. I've got a 3-light system. I got an overhead light. My table is 3 feet by 3 feet, and everything I shoot on is 24 inches by 24 inches, and I keep that way because that way I can keep tight on the actual figure that I'm shooting, because that's the most important thing. You're shooting.
Standard.
What's that?
And keeping it standardized like that. Hey,
Yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of times people take pictures. They'll do like it's not so much anymore. I mean, listen. I mean, Rick's shooting, and I told Rick already, he's shooting fantastic. I mean, amazing pictures. There's Angelo. There are so many guys out there shooting such great pictures. But there was a time when people were doing the God view of it's like I built a huge set and I want to show everything I built, and they're like wait, and it's like I don't know what I'm looking at. But if you zoom in, you keep just set your figure up, build your landscape around it. But you want to that's all part of just accentuating what you're focusing on.
Yes. But you've always been really good at that. Like when you were doing the Carl and the Deep Woods and the adventure gear stuff, I mean, every one of them told a story.
That's the idea
Every
behind
image.
it.
Yeah.
I take a lot of inspiration from the old pulp magazine books, the book covers from the old times. I mean, I don't know if they do that anymore, but there was a time. I'm showing my age, but there was a time back in the late
Well, and
50s
same
and
boat,
70s.
yeah.
There were these books out there that were called pulp fiction type books, and they had these really, crazy pictures on it. And I took a lot of inspiration off that, off those covers. So I don't know if you want to go to the next picture, and we'll just kind of.
All right. So are you just using your phone for these, or?
Oh no!
No,
I got a camera. A lot of these were picked. A lot of these were shot with a Sony f828. I now have a Sony a6000 something right now. I can't remember what it is. It's an HD camera, so I got a lot nicer camera now. And here you go. Here's your aged adventure team. This is the older guys, 40 years later, out still doing what they're doing. The Air Adventure is bald. He's got a receding hairline. He's got the hair going around it. These were all the hair was all done by if you remember Hair Club for Joe, Craig Blankenship. Yeah, he did all the flocking for all these back in the day. So it's they're still here. They're in a box somewhere. I mean, I got just like you guys. I got stuff everywhere. They're just not up on the walls. But, but they. I have a tendency of breaking things if I leave them up, shelf divers like that. Yeah. Here's another picture. Well, you jump through a couple of these. It's okay that you jump through. These are all on my Instagram. If you go to Daring Studio on Instagram, you can see all these pictures. But these are the aged adventure team. I called it Hazard Island. This is from the series. And what we do is I just was shooting different pictures of putting the guys. That's the other thing too. I want to tell people. I love putting the people in danger. I don't. Get all your figures. You just put them in a situation in an action shot that they're like, when you look at the picture, you want people to go like, how are they getting out of that thing?
Exactly.
So you got that. The Jeep is actually behind me over on this side. It's right there somewhere. That poor Jeep's been through hell. That thing has got the greatest rolling system in the world and rolls off everything. I have busted that thing up and re-glued it so many times.
So how many years ago was this photo?
This photo's probably
early 2000s.
No, this one goes about. I was living in Maine at the time, so when I shot that, so it's going to be somewhere probably around 2010, 2012. So. In this one here, I am the first guy to build a 1/6 scale Star Trek bridge.
Enterprise bridge.
You got it.
And it was incredible.
It's awesome.
That looks awesome.
I got a bunch of pictures on there of that. This is I made all the costumes. There was no XO6. There was no QMX at the time. Everything was made by me. I mean, built it all. Castings, all the costumes. I had to learn how to sew.
Who's the captain? Is that Ron Tracy?
This was a project I was working on. This was going to be my next photo story. It was NCC 1700. It was going to be on the USS Constitution.
Yeah.
And my captain was actually a Sam Elliott head.
Okay.
Was it a Jim-matic sculpt? And what happened is Paramount started cracking down on all these people, and it got to the point where I was investing a lot of time into it, and I'm going, something, this is going to be a huge waste of time if I dump all this time and money into building the story, and then them telling me cease and desist, you got to take it down. So I just set it aside. So, and to make a lot of people cry, this set no longer exists.
Oh,
What happened to it?
This was actually the fourth one I built. But when I moved from Maine, I'm now in South Carolina. When I moved, it was huge. It's 5 feet in diameter. This is why when I talked to an engine with XO6 about Star Trek stuff, like this, he's talking about building as an accessory to all the to his figures sections of the bridge. When we talk about that, he's talking about the whole thing. But I'm like, dude, this thing is huge. I mean, it's 5 feet. I mean, it's huge, and it's hard. Once again, when you take stuff down, you try to store it. and you walk through the room, and then your pant leg catches it, and
Yeah.
and I'm wearing carpenter pants. That carpenter loop catches it and knocks it on the ground. It's like I do have. As a matter of fact, actually, wait a minute here. I do have this. I'm sorry.
You keep bouncing back from you to that. I got to keep
I'm
up.
sorry.
It's so complicated.
On my end, it is. You have no idea.
That's nice.
Here is the captain's chair that was on that bridge. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh wow!
This is custom built. It's not a. I don't know if you can see it, but the lights actually light up.
That's pre 3D printing days, right?
Oh yeah, this is all built with wood. This is all pleather. It's actually even padded, nice and cushy. Yeah. So yeah, that's the original chair from the set. So
that's so cool.
I had the helm. I do have the helm, but when I moved, I broke it and I need to rebuild it. So
hey Dan, what did you use for the buttons on that control panel for the chair?
These are actually those Christmas lights that are from like the miniature villages.
Yeah.
I just I don't know. You can't really tell. I wish they do light up. I don't know if you can tell.
They light up. We can tell.
Yeah, you can see them.
All right. Yeah. Cool. Cool.
Maybe I can. Hold on. I can flip the switch off and on. Maybe you can see it that way.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, great detail. Unbelievable.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's all. It was fun. It was something that. Now I've talked to Rick. Star Trek stuff isn't off the board. It just may go to a different scale. Right, Rick?
That's right. Yep.
So,
that's the way to go.
Yeah, it may go to. Well, no, Rick's seen some of the stuff, so that I've got, and and I'm sorry for a lot of people. I'm not as open about a lot of stuff that I do. It kind of just comes out as I do it, and a lot of times I keep my mouth shut and I hide it because I want it to be like a little bit more of a surprise when I actually do something and I come out with it. And but I'm kind of letting the cat out of the bag with the Star Trek stuff, but that's not really.
For the show.
So
please don't drink the 1/12 Kool-Aid.
But the thing about the 112 stuff, though, it's so good nowadays. It really is great stuff, and
way better.
And it doesn't.
Can you guys see that yellow Jeep?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
It's beautiful.
And you got the little Velociraptors, and I actually brought them up to size. They don't have props, so I get them up in the air, so they're actually like not as they're not as small. So
very, very nice.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And this is Carl. This is actually this is a reshoot of the very original Carl picture I did. The original Carl picture was a shot for Adventure Gear. It was for their like a spy outfit, the black shirt and pants.
Yeah.
And I just shot the picture, and Tom and I would start talking about, it was just one of those things. The picture we shot it. He liked the picture. We started talking about it, and we kind of created the story about Carl and coming up with the name, and coming up and if people wanted to know how I got the name Carl Butcher. My favorite baseball player of all time is Carl Yastrzemski. I actually have a Yaz poster. You can't see it, but I have a actual 1968 Sports Illustrated Yaz poster. But Yaz was my favorite ball player, and then I needed something tough for a last name, and Butcher is a tough name.
Butcher.
Tougher, yes. But you built a shuttlecraft Galileo style.
I did. Yes, I did. I did. I don't have a. We could go. I hate to say it. That picture is actually, if you go once again to everybody, if you go to Deering Studio on Instagram, you'll be able to see it because we could show pictures for days.
Yeah.
But yes, I did make a 1/6 scale shuttlecraft Galileo, fully lit, and it blinks and lights and does the whole thing.
Hercules. It was very cool.
Yes,
I'm looking at it right now.
Hercules was my dog at the time.
That works.
It was cool because he was named after the Kevin Sorbo TV show, and then I spent a majority of his life listening to Hercules. Okay. He was a Chihuahua mix, so just so you guys know, you get the pun. So,
what are you guys seeing right now?
We are seeing Harley Quinn sitting on a bomb.
Okay, you got that. Okay, as long as you can see it.
This is a Harley Quinn that I bought off eBay. It was busted up, and I put a Kumik body on it, and had no hands. This is such a great figure to shoot pictures with because it comes with 2 head sculpts. And Harley, you can do pretty much anything with Harley, and it's interesting. And
Yes.
I saw these bombs. I don't know what company it is. They're for RC planes or whatever. And I decided to make it looking like one of those 25-cent rides.
Yeah.
So she's sitting on the ride, just being Harley Quinn. I mean, like I said, I love this figure. I've gotten rid of a lot of my Batman stuff, but she's still here because I still just come up with some crazy ideas. Because she's crazy.
Yes.
That's a great
she
shot.
is.
Another picture of Carl. This is modern Carl.
That's very new. Yeah.
Yeah, this is I'm calling these vignettes. They don't have much background. The idea behind that is you get a color background and just, like a 60s Star Trek thing. Or actually, once again, going back to pulp books where they would have a picture and they'd have really no deep depth background on it. But this is
That's a few years ago.
yeah, this is within the last 6 or 7 years. I've got an idea for Carl that I want to do. I want to redo Carl and do something completely different with him as far as the way I did it. When I did Carl, I had no idea what I was doing.
Right.
It was all over the place. I mean, I enjoy it. A lot of people do enjoy it. That's awesome. But I've aged. I know a little bit more what I want to do with Carl, and I got a story idea behind it. And this is Carl going up against meeting one of possible nemesis.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I mean, you have to be honest. I mean, the original story was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And I mean the sets and everything else, but I mean it worked and it was really cool. And at the time, it was at the forefront of everything being done. And I mean it carried on. I mean, we all were sitting with bated breath for the next little installment to come down. When we heard you're getting ready to throw it out.
It was funny because it was supposed to be basically I was going to come up with a new story every month. And anybody who's done photo stories knows how hard it is to build these things and make them and write them and blah, blah, blah. I mean, the picture you're looking at right now with the Bigfoot, that took me a year to do that story. And that was just where I actually started trying to figure out what I was doing.
Devil in the Deep Woods or something?
Devil of the Woods. And going back to Carl, I did the first 5 episodes. There's going to be like an ongoing every month, coming up with a new villain, a new blah, blah, blah. And then I started doing it and realizing, I could get hit by a bus and nobody will ever know how this thing ends.
So we wouldn't know how it ends.
Well, so starting in the 5th episode, we changed direction and I went straight going towards to an end direction of where the story goes. So that's what I'm saying. The first 4 or 5 episodes are like one-offs, and then all of a sudden, episode 5, it starts going into a direction. So, and then of course,
Dan, I have something here to show you that might continue the Cow Butcher series.
Oh,
I forgot I had this. Could you bring me up, Big?
Dude, I'm all over this tonight.
yeah.
This a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me of there's an X-Men villain. They're called the Reavers. Anybody know the X-Men, the Reavers? And there was the character? There was a character that Wolverine. He seriously injured him, and he was like human from the top, and he was a bone crusher or something like that. I think his name was.
Like he was a tank on the bottom.
Yeah, and that's what I saw that, and I'm going, that looks like Bone Crusher.
I forgot I made this, and I used the same.
So you're halfway there,
head.
Rick.
And Stacy, this one is flocked.
Well, Carl was.
It passed my quality control then.
Stacy's not going to talk to me anymore after this.
We still got 45 seconds of your 1 minute and 15-second video we put together, dude. We're not even close to getting it. And you got Bigfoot. You got the Bigfoot one, right?
Gear.
Is that what you're looking at, Bigfoot, or what?
No, we're
White Tiger
team
Hunt.
Tiger Hunt.
The White Tiger, okay.
Yep.
Nope.
Oh, you skip back. Pause. Well, I'll talk about the White Tiger Hunt real quick. This is from a series where I was trying to shoot all the original sets.
What are you doing?
You know, so that was the idea. That goes back to Daryl DePriest's book. He had shot a lot of pictures in there, and it inspired me to start going through all the sets and start shooting all the sets using all the original parts that were in the sets. You know, the actual body wasn't original because I could pose it better than the original figure, but that's what I did. Now you're back to the Bigfoot.
Yes.
See, I'm looking at White Tiger right now. But
well, what I'm looking at right now is the
Bigfoot.
Sasquatch.
Yeah.
This is from a photo story I did called Devil of the Woods, where there's a Bigfoot running around killing people. But this is what the when the club came out with a Bigfoot, this is what they used to. This is their inspiration. They contacted me and asked me to send them pictures of the Bigfoot, and they did a great job. It looks exactly like what I made. He's dyed, painted, the whole thing. That was the Yeti from the one of the adventure team sets. And of course, then you got your guy, because I am from Maine, people, and so you get a guy that looks basically like he's been ripped from the woods of Maine. Either that, or he came out of Canada from Murray. But he's got, look at the boots. He's got LL Bean boots on.
yep,
It does.
right out of Kittery, Maine, man. All right, so what are you looking at now? White Tiger?
White Tiger now. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go past that one. We already saw that one.
I'm looking at the guy on the scooter. You tell me when you see him.
Oh, there we go. And here we
Escape
go.
car.
This is the famous escape car. This is another one of the shots of an original adventure team
Go back,
set.
Paul. Go back one.
No, he's on Escape Car.
No, not me.
No, not
I'm
me.
on the next one.
Yeah.
I'm on Escape Car.
So
I'm on a skate car.
Escape
I'm seeing
car.
a Buddha.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
I was watching a Buddha.
Now back on the hunt.
That's White Tiger. That was the Adventure Gear remake, wasn't it, of the outfit?
Who's running this thing?
Remember, Murray's on a different time
all
zone.
right, I'm looking at White Tiger Hunt.
All right,
Yeah.
Is that what
we
everybody
discussed
sees?
that one. Yep.
Yes.
Everybody sees that? Okay.
No,
I'm going to
I
hit
got
it for like
Scooter.
2 seconds. Stop. Now
All
I
right,
see
escape car.
escape
This
car.
is where
Everybody-
Escape car.
the adventure
Escape
team.
Car. There
This
you
is
go.
where the adventure team came up with the idea of building a mobility scooter that clogs up all the Walmarts when you try to go shopping. No, I love this picture. This is a good. This is a great picture. I got the monkey in the
That
background. You got the alligator. You got the tribesmen out there with his shrunken heads. You know, and
Oh, maybe that's the Walmart door greeter asking for the receipt.
Yeah, that's it. Because he did the self checkout.
Receipt.
Ready? I'm hitting play.
we're
You
good.
ready?
let's go.
What do you see?
Buddha.
Oh, there we go.
There you
Right.
go.
There we go.
That's
Now
a nice
this
shot.
is this is our land adventurer. He's this was a severely melted. Don't feel bad that I painted a Buddha. This was really like melted, and somebody, gave it a hard life. There's like no back to it, and I had to rebuild it all. But I built a little temple thing from there. There's your monkey in the background looking on. He's up in the back behind his shoulder. But this is once again the adventure team looking for treasure. These guys are not Josh Gates. These guys are looking for treasure.
These guys are actually finding stuff.
Yeah, they want.
And I don't know how that guy gets funded because he
What do you
never
see?
finds a damn thing.
MSV. MSV.
Yeah, MSV.
MSV? Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's your mobile. And once again, more adventure team. As everybody can tell, I'm a big adventure team guy.
Yeah. It's
I'm
our
old. I'm old, but I'm not so old. I'm not. The painted heads were actually kind of before my time.
Yeah,
So,
around just before.
So, but here you go, and they're going to do all the equipment, and this is to show off the my MSV that I have.
I love this.
Now, what's your
The
background on that?
detail.
Or is that green screen? Or is that?
No, I everything I do is very much who was on a couple weeks ago the same thing I said. I try not to do Photoshop unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Photoshop is for me for touching up things, like if I see like a piece of lint on the uniform that I missed, or it's like that. The background is a couple prints I printed off, but most of the stuff in front of it's all trees and bushes that I build everything in there. I got the the stuff on the bottom. The bottom is what is it? Lizard turf for the ground.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
Flocking thrown in it, and a whole bunch of it's in a bag, and I just mix it up and let it get beat up. But that's so everything you see is there was actually tangible.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, I do Photoshop for like gun blasts and stuff like that, but I mean, I try not to. I try to do. I mean, I can use Photoshop, people. It's just I choose not to. It's just something that it kind of feels like a cheat to me.
Helicopter.
So
You guys seen it?
Helicopter. Yeah, helicopter.
The idol, the Cobra. Gotta love it.
there he is. Looks just like the Christmas ornament.
It does.
It does.
It
Yeah.
does.
I don't know what to say about it. It's just it.
It's beautiful.
This is. You skipped too fast. Go back one.
Whoa, Paul, back up.
How did I skip it? I'm looking right at a guy.
We need the parachute.
The
I'm
modern
looking at the
white
parachute
tiger.
guy. I'm looking at the parachute guy.
Oh, see,
No,
we're
no, I'm
looking at the white
I'm looking
tiger.
at the
Eight
modern
Leagues
white
of
tiger.
Danger.
There we go. That one
Let it
there.
catch up.
That one.
Yeah. Let it
This
catch up.
is for everybody. This is one of my personal favorite shots, and this has got to be like 2002, 2003. I shot this picture. I shot this a long time ago. I think this might have been shot with like one of those old cameras that it was one of my old digital cameras. It might even had one of the ones that had a floppy disk in it. I don't know. I shot this a long time ago. Anybody remember those cameras where you put a floppy disk in it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember.
Tony had
this-
a great one. It actually
this-
took a small CD too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But and just so everybody knows, I use primarily Sony cameras is what I use. I like the Carl Zeiss lens that they all have. But I love this picture. This is one of, I've had this forever. This has been a screensaver of mine. It's been around forever, but it's just
Great
Joe's
picture.
Joe's in trouble. Giant rubber spider behind him. What can you do? And now that I'm in South Carolina, I can relate to him because God knows I see those giant yellow and black things that weaving orbs everywhere.
You seen White Tiger Hunt again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the modern version of it.
Adventures of.
We can probably go past.
I like that set. I have that set. I like it.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
like
great
that.
set.
Me
There
too.
are some paint apps I did on it, like on the boots and on the hat. I did do some paint apps on that.
The outfit was great in
Carl
that.
picture.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Here's
Carl
Carl,
and
the
Brian
modern
Ward.
Carl. He is now meeting another one of his villains. So this is once again Dan putting Carl into a situation that you're wondering why is he there? What's he doing? How is he getting
just
out of
wanted to
this?
see the maid.
Isn't she awesome?
She is. I love her.
I did a little short story on this on YouTube, on this figure.
Little French maid.
Yeah. She's giving a dirty martini to the villain there.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice picture. I like
This
that.
is-
Nice
this-
posters.
Oh, and here you go. You get to see the adventure pilot with his receding hairline,
Helmet off. Yeah.
and you can see the pigmy in the background there from
Yeah.
with Taz, the Taz set.
Road dart
Yeah.
going
And
after
these
the-
guys have discovered.
Louis.
These guys have discovered dodos,
Yeah.
and they're gonna lose the dodos.
And
Pygmies
that's a painted helicopter there, right? That's not the.
It is.
That's
Yep.
21st century. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, a little bird that's painted Adventure Team. There's once again on my website. I mean, not website, but
Yeah.
on that you can see the full picture of it. That's and
And then
then we'll have that one in 1 second. And but that helicopter also has been through hell, so it lit up and everything. I had wired the interior all up and
Yeah.
everything. So
Wow.
Hey, Dan, was that pygmy 21st century?
yeah, that's from the
Yes.
Taz and Oz set.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, that was a
But
great
now-
set.
Anybody have questions? Because right now I want to talk as I'm dominating this thing like I do.
I mean, it's a 1 hour show, but we can go all night if you want. I don't care.
There you go. Be like
Well, we might.
Tuesday
We
night.
just might because the reason why a lot of people haven't. I've kind of fallen off the face of the earth the last few years is I developed another project. I love the 1/6 scale community. I love shooting pictures. I love being committed to it. I feel from deep within me that I owe something to the community because it's brought a lot to me. So I don't want to ever do anything that's going to make the community look silly or anything like that. So I'm like, how can I give back? And going through YouTube like everybody else does, I see, there are people out there racing marbles, and they got a huge following. That's Yelly's Marble Run. And then there's another one's called 3D Bot Maker, where
Yeah. So the Hot
where-
Wheels.
the Hot Wheels, yep.
Yeah.
And I am on there. You'll see me as Dan Daring. I was racing I submitted a Chevy Citation, which got
Oh, okay.
busted by the
I
cops.
had one of those.
Yeah, I think I
And
raced last
and those
year.
guys are funny. Those guys are funny.
Oh,
As
they're
the
fantastic.
commentators, oh my god, they make me laugh, man. Those guys are great.
And so I'm sitting there watching, going like, what can we do with 1/6 scale or action figures that we could do something like that? And doing a bunch of tests, I came up with an idea. It's called Snowboard Rally. Now, I did talk about this on Terry's podcast, but I really had nothing to show. And this is one of the reasons why Paul's been bugging me to come on. I haven't had anything to show. And if Paul wants to show now, I want to release to you the first promo that's live on Daring Studio on YouTube. We're not live at 7:30 this evening.
There we go.
Go ahead and roll it, and you can see what we're
music,
doing.
or you want me to stop it through, or just let it play?
Let it play. It's only 21 seconds.
Figure out. Way too cool.
Snowboard Rally.
Woohoo. That is so good.
Did you see it?
There he is. I'm going to step up for a second here. I apologize. I'm not wearing pants, so sorry.
At least
I think
you
it's
gave
All
us
right,
a-
neither am I.
I want to
to be
play
a
that
trend.
again. I want to play that again, man. That was pretty cool.
It is.
It's
Some of the test runs he's been doing for the last couple of years is just amazing.
So they are on wheels, though, right? Is that what it means? They're on
Yeah.
wheels.
Yes.
Snowboard Rally.
Oh yeah. Yo yo yo.
I think that's pretty cool.
You can
Pretty
sponsor
cool.
it. Teespring.
Yep.
You can get yourself a Snowboard Rally shirt.
Woo!
Help me out.
there you go.
We have 34 competitors, which are behind me right now. They contain a lot of our childhood action figures. And these are action figures. They're not. This guy's name is Kooky Connors.
Later, Jeff.
And I don't know if you can recognize the face. We were just talking about him.
Oh, Carl.
And but they are fully. These are all opposable figures. This isn't like I just weld them together and set them down track. They are. It's taken a while to develop how these guys would go. The track is 60 feet long. It's like one of the largest dioramas you've ever seen. There's crowd in there.
There's bleachers.
There's
trees.
bleachers. There's crowd.
Trees.
Trees.
Oh yeah, show them the trees, man.
Trees.
Yeah. They're awesome.
Handmade, right?
Yeah. 100. If you take 100 pipe cleaners, you can make this beautiful tree.
Holy shit!
It looks great.
Takes about an hour to do.
Of the saint.
An hour? That's it?
That's that.
Wow.
I
And then
will
per
be
tree.
doing a video on how I make these, and I'll post it on my on the Daring Studio. It's Daring
There you
Studio on YouTube. You can find my
And,
stuff.
and after that, you can clean your chimney with it.
Yep.
Anybody recognize this guy? This guy's name. He goes by the name of Joe Blizzard.
All right.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Joe.
You got the scar. Yeah.
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 And then this guy is new.
Is that Cap?
This is what did I come up with a name on him?
Is he Drake?
Drake Arnold. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my boy right there.
And then this pup is and like I said, all cloth, everything is
Hey,
everybody,
hey,
all the
They're
guys.
good at that.
Go Drake.
How do they stay on the snowboard?
They are actually
Well,
the boots. These are true type figures. So the boots are screwed in at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're all in there. But all right. So for a lot of you out there seeing this for the first time, Stacy and Paul and Murray and
Rick.
So it's got like a peg foot. Like
No,
a
I'm
peg
getting. I need more. I need more water.
Yeah.
I'm talking
that's
so
water.
much, guys. Never
Sure,
shut
that's
up.
water.
But I hope
You're
everybody
bloat.
has sippy mug.
You
Yeah.
bloated sac of protoplasm.
Yeah.
Happy, joy, happy. Yeah, but they're I built the whole thing as far as putting the boots together to get them, to make them fit in there. But we do it well. As I said, I got off the subject here. I apologize. But you guys have been on a secret Facebook club showing. I've been showing how I'm working on this stuff and running tournaments and just basically finding the bugs in it, making sure it's ready to go. And so they've all been privy for quite a while about what I've been working on. I mean, I started this a long time ago. And some people going like, why didn't you do this? I wasn't ready. Not when as I said, I want it to be
Perfect.
I want a finished product. And I moved from Maine to South Carolina, and in Maine I could get away with the background of just a natural wood background, and you can get away with the kind of a winter all year round. But down here in South Carolina, the palmettos in the background don't exactly, say winter. But as we go along, one of the favorites that everybody loves. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Ken Barbie. Sporting the pink and purple.
There you go.
There you go.
But so this is it's really exciting to do this. I love the whole competition of this. Nothing is rigged. It is what you get when you get to send these guys down the track. The track is not just like what do you call it, highway derby track. It's not like that. It's just these guys go down. I built this so it has humps in it. It had bumps in it. These guys go through a lot, and sometimes body parts fall off and they go down.
So 60 feet long. Where do you have this set up right now? Backyard?
Well, it's completely modular, so it breaks down. So I can take it off and store it away. As you saw in that video, I do have a party tent that I'm putting over it now. That's so I can control the lighting. When you have something that big, you're really at the mercy of weather and the conditions. You definitely can't have it out in the rain, and so I needed a tent to put it on. So now it's good. Now I have a tent to put it in, which even that tent, because most of those party tents all have like these church window things. So I had to go in and sew panels for every section of that. And I said that it's 10 by 60 feet long, so it's very large.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a huge expenditure.
It's taken a lot. Like I said, everything you see here, I made. I mean, now a lot of the T-shirts came from Cotswold. So and Greg was. I'm gonna give him a prop to Greg because he obviously had no idea what I was doing. So one day he got a huge order of T-shirts from me in multiple colors, and I got them. Like,
hope he got a discount.
No.
There
goes the discount.
But I didn't ask one. He didn't know what he didn't know what.
There's only one person here in this group who doesn't get stuff from Greg, so we don't need nothing to do.
And I just host a show every Monday night, but we won't say that.
Let me ask you a question. So, are all the figures fairly even? Do they basically all weigh the same?
Yes, I've worked it out, so they're all weighing the same now. I've had to put weights in, Pinewood Derby weights like that. But it's amazing that every one of them has like their own personality, how they work. As you guys have seen, which this is like a little bit inside, but you see how some guys just suck. They're just not good.
Yeah.
And they're exactly like everybody else. I'm like, I don't know why. And, it's just a matter of retooling them. And I said, the great thing about using the true type figures, I can tweak the figures a little bit. Like, they have, nuts and bolts in them, so you can pull them apart and tighten up joints here and there. And I'm finding that some guys are a little bit more floppy than other. But as you can see, I don't know if you can really see it all. There are 34 of these suckers here. So there's a lot of them. There's going to be probably behind behind the scenes. There'll be each race have to qualify.
Mm-hmm. The rest of your collection is going to be in the stands.
Yeah, talk about your accessory figures and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's well, we made I got fans cheering. They're all in the box right now. I got everything stored in the tub, but so I didn't dig them out. But
But
yeah, people. I've got right now. Let's see. I have an announcer. I have a time guy. We're building it up right now. I've got about 30 figures in the stands right now. I'll be building that up as I go along. As we keep building the stuff up. That's why I'm working on these trees. I've built at this point now 15 trees. So we're trying to do more of these trees, and I got to do the spray flocking on them so get a little snow
hey,
on it.
Stacy can help you with that.
I'll have to send him a tree.
Hey Dan, what is your ultimate goal for this? Do you want people to eventually participate in it, or is this something you're just going to do like your own races and you have somebody pick one? But what's your ultimate goal?
It's look more towards what Yelly's doing with the marbles. I want people to develop a favorite figure that they like. Somebody they can root for.
And send it into you.
At this point now, I don't think I'm there yet. And that was mainly because I watched what 3D bot maker is going through with the cars. He took cars in, and then he got for one of his tournaments he's running, he got over 400 and something cars in. Now, do I expect people to send me figures in? No, because everything I made is custom made. I mean, let's take the pants. These pants are from the German camouflage. The white camouflage pants. These are the ones that actually, for people who want to learn about this stuff, if you take the one that's dirty camouflage and you take that shout scrubbing stick stuff, it will clean them white. It'll take the black and the brown grunge right out and bring it right back to white.
Well,
yeah.
So you're just dyeing it? You're dyeing them?
Oh, this is all dyed. Yeah, this is dyed.
Yeah, dyed.
The shirt's dyed. Yeah. The helmet is custom made by me. This is a resin sculpt.
Like Power Team.
What's that?
The goggles are Power Team.
I don't think so. I think it's a
M&C.
Might be a DID original helmet, but it's been modified. I took out. It had
but the goggles look like they're M&C.
Oh, the goggles. Yeah, the goggles are. The goggles, obviously.
That's well.
Yeah. Well, they're various different company manufacturers. Ken Barbie here is. I tried to keep him as much as I could into who he is and what he belongs to. So I mean, it's very much pink and purple. There's an intention on that.
Yeah.
So is he fast down the track? Is he one of the slow ones? I just want to know. Is he looking for a sponsor? Is he looking for sponsors?
At this point, well, all right. There's 32 guys, so there's 4 rounds. You got round 1 with all 32 guys, and the top 2 guys from each race move it to the next round. Just like it's based on snowboard cross that you see at the Olympics. Yeah. So it's the first 2 guys move into the next round. They compete. Top 2 guys from that move to the next round. Ken Barbie here, he always makes it out of the first round, and sometimes he struggles getting into what they call the semifinals before you get in the finals. I got 2 guys that are really good, and this guy right here has been the top dog right now. So this is
and it doesn't matter what track you run him on, or he's always up there. Huh?
He's we've run 5 tournaments at this point, and he's won 2 of them, and the other guy, this guy here, he's won 1.
Doesn't matter what lane you put him in. Doesn't matter. Just
that's why
everybody
runs in the same. So there's 4 races. There's 4 heats to a race. So everybody runs. So everybody has a different lane. So there's no. When I originally started out with it, I just ran these guys were just random. Yeah. I randomly chose which lane they'd be in. But if a guy wiped out, sometimes these guys fall over. They don't make it down the track. They fall over. They take guys off. I ended up putting a barrier. If you saw the thing, there's a canvas barrier that goes on the side all the way down because guys were zipping off the track. And that leads to another question. People go ask me why are there not curves in it? These guys move so fast. These guys go 60 feet in 9 seconds. They move.
Wow.
And when I built a curve to go on it, and these guys just sailed off it. They went right off straight.
Bank it pretty good.
Yeah.
You do, and I would
Like
actually, I'd have to change the weight on it. The weight distribution would have to go towards the base.
Right.
And I have found I have a proprietary weight that I have on these guys. I'll give you a range. It's anywhere from 320 grams to about 340 grams. It's in there. There's a sweet spot. And when these guys start getting heavy, they just don't run. They bog down. There's too much weight. They're very top heavy. So it's
that makes sense.
Yeah. But this is the guy
I saw on the track though. If you look close at your track, you got a divider between each lane, though, right?
Yes.
But they're not jumping lanes unless they fall.
Well, they jump lanes.
Oh,
yeah. If you go back, I mean, once the inside joke for you guys have access to the original videos. But if you go back and look at it, you'll see guys don't finish. He wins a lot of races. He very rarely ever finishes in the lane he starts in. He jumps because the track has you go down. There's a lot of I built a lot of hills of these things, and these guys they hit the hills and they jump over the next lane, and it's a lot of fun. There's crashes. These guys wipe out. They wipe out dramatically. These guys go through a lot of abuse.
How do you start them all at the same time? Do you have like a gate that pops down?
I made it. I got I built a gate that you push a button and it drops down.
All pops down. Okay, and then they all
it drops down. Starts them all at the same time. So it
is kind of like Pinewood
cool.
Derby. Like
a lot of it is. I mean, listen, these guys aren't really going down ice. They're going down. They're basically on a kind of. It's skinnier than a Pinewood Derby car that these guys are on. These guys, it's as I said, it took a long time and to do this. Do I like
whiteboard and the white wheels? They're consistent with everybody, though.
Oh yeah. You can't really. The idea. I mean, I want to cut me a little slack on it. I mean, it's. I came up. People I could have done like a skateboard thing or whatever, but there's really nothing. Let's cross a little bit here. There's going to be guys out there that are looking for when they're scanning. They're going to be looking for snowboard stuff and come across it. Maybe they find it, find it funny. I mean. And enjoy it, it's a little crossover on that, and cool. Because it's really, as far as I know, there's really like nobody skateboarding in competition, that type of stuff. I mean, I don't think there is.
Not at that extent, no.
Yeah, and so I came up with the idea, and originally, the original concept was going to be bobsled. That's what my original concept was going to be, bobsled, like a two-man bobsled.
That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, that would have been something.
And then I started thinking about it. It's like, well, it's going to be kind of boring because everybody's going to be going down by themselves.
Yeah, you're just going against time. Yeah.
And then it's like, then I would really have to have people like do this. I mean, listen, if you want to put this guy together, it's not going to be easy. I mean, you look at a true type figure, which is like $20 for the figure. And then you're going to have to like the gloves. And then, I mean, these sleeves, that and his neck thing, I made that myself. The boots, those are custom boots, so I mean, maybe at some point I can create a file that people could download and do this, but this is why I'm going along with like the marble is like, these guys, the priority is that everybody's competitive. And right now I haven't, like I said, I got these two guys, this, you can't see his head, but this guy and this guy, they're the top tier right now. But in the last tournament, this guy made to the finals for the first time. The finals, a lot of times they're different guys. Some guys do better on certain tracks than other tracks, so, and each one's gonna be a tournament.
Like real life.
Yeah. And I tweak them. I mean, I'm upfront with you guys when I'm gonna be the same way when I do this, guys that aren't very good, I pull them and I look at them. I go, okay, what's wrong with them? Why are they doing these things? Not performing well, and I try to get them competitive. I mean, the big thing is I want these guys going down the track. I don't. Some guys go halfway down the track and just stop, and I'm like, I have no idea why that's happening. Some of these guys just have huge they have their own personalities. This is why. This is why this guy here now exists, because the guy that he replaced sucked. I fired him. Fired him. He was gone. It's like I couldn't get this guy. I have a point.
Off the tour.
Yeah, he's gone. It's like done. Let's bring this other guy who was a captain. Let's bring him in. See how he does. But yeah, no, it's funny. These guys do have a personality when they go down, and it's. I hope that when people start watching and see it, that they really get, find it enjoyable and have a favorite that they start rooting for.
Sure,
and, there'll be no thumb on the scale. There'll be nothing to rig it.
No juicing.
No.
Well, so when are we going to see the first official race on Deering Studios video, man?
Give me a couple months at this point. We just got it all up and running where I'm at. I've got an idea how I want to produce it, and I don't want to give away too much on how I'm going to do it. But like I said, I got to find the right weather time because I do have to do it outdoors, and I am now in the Carolinas, so it is there are weather events that I come up across, like
snow?
I think you guys saw it. That I tried to set these tents up, and when listen, people, you see those warning on those party tents that says don't put it up in winds or rain. Heed that.
They mean that
because we had a really small gust of wind, and I was putting up one of those tents, and that stupid thing almost took off down the neighborhood, and it was just a very minor wind. I was like, my God, like I was holding on to it dear life. I'm like, oh my God, don't go.
Parasailing. There goes Dan.
Oh yeah, it was like, but I'm modifying it so the tent is going to be one full 60-foot tent. Because right now it's 2 tents. It's got that dip in the middle. I'm going to be making it so it's all one channel all the way down, and get the lights in there and the cameras in there. I got 7 cameras going on with it. So we'll catch all the angles of all the action.
Amazing.
DiBiase is here from Sweden. Wants to know, is there going to be a personal fan card for each figure? So people can.
Sort of like the Raw figures had their character card on the back of the box.
Could do that. Definitely. I've got photographs of everybody. I mean, everybody's I could definitely create something like that. It just you can root for guys.
Endless possibilities here.
And as I said, there are no 2 duplicate uniforms. Everybody's got their own personality. They all got their numbers. They're all separate. And I'm trying to keep it as much as as I go along. Maybe I'll have to come up with videos, introducing everybody to everybody that's on there. They all have their own names. I'm not using any corporate names that, from the guys in Pawtucket or, the other companies that are out there. So, so everybody's like said, this guy is Buster Bean. How I came up with the names, guys, don't ask me.
Hey, they work. That's all that matters.
I want to have fun. Listen, I'm not going to take this so serious that it's, it's the end of the
fun out of it.
Have fun.
Yeah.
We're racing. This is a 1/6 community with action figures that we're going to be racing.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to watch your favorite action figure race.
How long does it take to set up between races? Like if you let them go down and you got to pick them back up and then.
I can run a full tournament now just the tournament itself. We're not talking setup. The full tournament, probably about an hour and a half to run a full tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes me about 6 minutes to run 4 races. And I've timed myself.
Bad. That's pretty good.
I've got it down how I walk around and scoop them up and get around. I walk like in a circle around it. I just go up.
Are you the only one that handles all the figures and?
Yeah. Right now I am. I mean, if there's somebody out there that is interested in helping out, that'd be great. I mean, the hardest part for me is it's hard for me to watch what's going on and then watch the results. Because it's important that I watch who comes in first, second, third, and fourth. Because first place you get 5 points, second place you get 3 points, third place you get 2 points, fourth place you get 1 point. And at the end of the fourth,
get a ringer in there to help you out and slip a little oil on his hand. And
listen, I do. These guys do get the graphite on them, before the tournament, to make sure that they're all running good. So I do that, and but it's hard for me to watch what's going on. And then keep my eye on the start-finish line to see who's keep coming in first, second, and third, and whatever. So a lot of times I run the tournament, I run the race. the whole thing, and then I have to pull a card out of the finish line because there is
Has
one
it ever
camera
come
on the finish
close to
line.
where you've had to take a picture to make sure you knew who won?
There's been a couple. There's been a couple like that, but realistically, no. I usually have more of a problem with guys coming in like second and third. Usually the guys winning, win.
They've been waiting pretty convincingly.
Yes, but it's a lot of the action sometimes is like as they go down. This guy here, he is the king of the comebacks, which I think if you watch the videos, what I did, this guy will he starts at the thing, he's like started at fourth, and then he like wins the race. I'm like, where? I'm like, because like I said, I'm trying to watch the start to make sure everybody started. Everything's good to go, and I go watch at the race when it comes down, make sure everything's there. I'm not watching the race. I got my mind is on other things, and then when I pull the cards and I watch the race back, and I'm like going, my God, he came back from last place and won the race, and he's like out of nowhere. He's like, where did he get this burst of speed? It just he's like a late starter.
Do you do steroid check after the races?
Yeah, everyone pees in a cup. Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen these guys nude before, but I don't think they do.
A lot of squatting.
If you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, we're coming up on an hour and a half right now.
Holy cow, everybody.
Which is the longest running show I've ever had so far. So, but I want to invite you to stay with us because when we go off the air, we do a little behind the scenes talking and stuff like that. So don't hang up on us.
Oh, fantastic.
This
Maybe
is what
when I'm
people in
done
the
with
real
this, we
world-
can come back. Once I do the tournaments, we can do a little recap
absolutely,
on the
man.
races.
There you go.
Dude, I got a whole list of questions I didn't even get to yet. So we got to have you back. But, hey, one more time, can you tell people where they find you, how they can get in touch with you, maybe follow you?
You can Daring Studio on YouTube. It's a brand new channel. Please go in there, subscribe because YouTube. I need the subscribers. Give me some likes on the promo. Support me by going to Teespring and getting the Snowboard Rally shirt. And I have the if you're a Carl Butcher fan, you can get a Carl Butcher shirt. So go on there, and that'd be great support because I would love to get the ladies involved with this. Just want to be all men doing this. I want to branch out and have the ladies go do this. And so if you could do that, you can find me on Instagram, Daring Studio again. Some people know me as Daring Productions. I've changed it to Daring Studio. So it's, if you know me, you're wondering like, are they the same thing? Yeah, they are the same thing. But you can find it that way. And that's really basically it. My website is down. It will be going back up because I pulled it down. It was very old. It was 20 plus years old. Need to be updated. And I want to bring Snowboard Rally on. So I was waiting to bring out Snowboard Rally before I brought it back. So keep an eye out for that.
Moondoggy said he already just started following you on Instagram. So there you go.
Awesome. Moondoggy!
Moondoggy will be on in 2 weeks. Not sure who's going to be our guest next week. Remember, tomorrow night, Toy Soldier Tuesday has been moved to Wednesday. So not tomorrow, but Wednesday.
Yeah.
And Dan DiBiase, thanks for coming on. Thanks for
awesome.
Showing us everything. And you're definitely coming back.
Definitely. Yeah.
Anytime you want to come on, we'll kick Stacy off. Don't worry, man. We'll make room for you, man.
I love all you guys. Thank you. And I want to thank everybody watching. And please, follow these guys. Share this stuff.
Right on. Keep the 1/6 scale alive.
You got it.
Yep.
All right.
See you next week.